Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3, where we're going to the circus. Yay! Sneaking in through the back door of the circus and not having to pay anything.
Oh, that's it. Make love to the air, skellies.
What have we got here? Lucille, Boris and Jacob. And Lucretius.
Ah, Lucille. It's pose, grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. Ah, and Boris. Boris, put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up.
Sorry for interrupting.
Interrupting a massacre? Merkel, help me. These three make the art of dance look like a ritual sacrifice. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling.
They seem nice.
You call that a pose?
Now, what else we got? We've got a pumpkin we could steal. And we've got Lucretius' tent. Don't know if there's much going on in there that we need to worry about.
Or I'll resurrect someone who can.
So let's see what the circus has to offer. It's got Popper.
Oh, hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato?
Trito.
I has lots of treatos, and magics, and junks I finds. Don't worry. I only takes junks from dead people. I is nice.
And how often do you loot corpses?
Oh, lots of times. The beasts ate a kiddo the other day, and I got some good stuffs. I mean, circus is safe. Do not worry. Yes.
I mean, that sounds a bit sketchy if beasts are eating kiddos. But let's see what you've got.
Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you.
What stuffs do you have, Popper? Elixirs and such. Grilled miniature giant space hamster. That does sound tasty. And the dark displacement gloves. Gain a bonus to attack rolls when throwing. Nothing hugely exciting though, amongst this load of stuff.
Bye-bye now. Come back to Papa soon.
Maybe we will, friend. Why'd you have a clown's severed hand? That seems strange.
Your tum-tum wants a treato, don't it? Good, good. Papa's got you covered. Now,
Okay, Popper doesn't want to talk about the fact that he had a clown's severed hand about his person. Well, in his vicinity anyway. That's 2 parts now. I believe that we have found someone holding a torso. I'm sure it picks up a clown's severed torso somewhere down the line. There we go, Lae'zel's got a torso. We could give it a hand. It can keep it company. We might be able to assemble an entire clown at this rate. Although, we will not be doing that, I don't think, on this playthrough. From what I understand, I've never done it, but from what I understand, it's a very tedious quest. So, I'll do it on someone, but not Gale. He's got enough to do.
Darling, we have a customer. Is your camp drab? Dreary? Then you have come to the right place. Browse our bespoke, stony and bony creations. Or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service.
I'd like a statue of myself for the camp.
My wife shall be delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours.
I'd like a statue of me armed and ready for battle.
Tremendous! Stony, darling, let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshay Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it.
Wonderful. So things are going well. We've got a statue. Before I forget, let's also do a bit of divine intervention.
It's due shortly.
Golden Generosity, Sunder the Hereticals. We could do 8 to 80 damage with it. Or we could get a cool weapon.
Someone excited to work on the handsome dragon.
So let's get that cool weapon. The Devotee's Mace. It deals more damage than our previous two-handed weapon, and it leaves us room for a shield to improve our armor class further. Does bludgeoning damage and bonus, and then radiant damage. The Healing Incense Aura. For 10 turns, you and nearby allies regain hit points once per long rest. That's pretty cool. And it's got regular bashing things. I'd say that was worth it. Thanks, Boney, for the statue. But we're moving on. What else can we do around here? Got some bards. Good for them. And we've got Akabi.
Approach! Ugly one!
Yeah, it's probably us. You are very loud.
Yes! Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable.
What kind of things can I win?
Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot.
I mean, I would like to win a jackpot. What's the jackpot?
No more questions. Spin or don't.
Yeah, we'll spin the wheel.
Let us see if you have luck's favor. Alas, no jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this.
Thanks.
You are
I guess.
welcome, putrid one. Return again to try anew.
He's rude. But he got his old lamp. I guess that's fine then. We'll just hang on to it, I guess. But yeah, let's speak to Zathena, the Master of Love.
The city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not?
Yeah, I am.
You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
How about it, Lae'zel? Want to give it a go?
Yes, but be warned. I play to win.
Yeah, she does.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. bond is sweeter than nature's dew. I see you, know you, but do you know one another? Lae'zel, passion of the heart and blade wage war in her soul. Listen, think, what does she most desire?
I feel like, given the way we've been going, what she most wants is to find the truth about Orpheus amidst her queen's lies.
You hear my words, you see my path. It is good to be known.
Hooray.
Your bond beats in pleasure. It is an honor to behold. Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is the Githyanki's fondest memory?
It's not our night together, is it? It was pretty fun, but the closeness of her kin at Creche Kalir? I mean, were they that close? She had to kill a bunch of them. So she did spill their blood. Maybe it's spilling her cousin's blood.
A small delight indeed. I did not want their friendship. I wanted their fear.
Cool.
Our touch has been that of sunlight. But now we must ask the deep, the difficult. Life is brief, finite. When the warrior dies, what legacy will she leave behind?
She'll be known as the liberator of the Githyanki people.
I will carry the truth to my people, whatever it might mean. Only time will tell how I'm remembered.
I think we did well.
I should know not to underestimate you. You see me with clear eyes and an open mind.
I press my finger to your bond and find a shield. Impenetrable. It is beautiful. Your love is one few have. Cherish it.
Hooray.
Go in peace, seedlings, and know that you made one whose heart was long quiet, beat with love and you.
Lovely. It's just occurred to me that you sound quite a lot like Nessie. Why is that? It's one of these cases where I should look at the voice actors and see whether or not they are in fact the same. Now, who else have we got? Zara the Mummy. What could that hand movement mean? Rubbing her hand in front of her face.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
I'd like to see your face paints. Let's have a look. We've got a disguise kit. We've got a face painting kit that can turn us into a clown. And then we've got a bunch of dyes, including the very rare boreal blue. Have we got a dye on our current armor set? Maybe not. Sinful red on bone white. Cool. We've also got a whole inventory full of crap, which we should probably do something about. Oh, they're just selling a few items. It's already cleaned her out of cash, so that'll do. Thanks, Zara. And then up this way we've got the exit. Or the entrance, if you don't sneak in through the back door like we did. This looks to be staff only, perhaps?
No.
But what if yes?
No. Off limits. Leave. Now.
I guess that's a no then. More bards? And Glingo Trapeze Master.
Enjoying the show? Then you're going to love Dribbles. He's about to perform on stage.
Is that so? That'll be Dribbles, the world famous clown, I guess. You should probably go and check that out.
He looks scary. I don't know what that is, Peanut, but it's not a kitty. Maybe we should go.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a kitty.
Another. Good.
Why good?
My time comes. I will show you. All of you.
So far so standard, cat. What are you on about there? Your secret's safe with me.
Look. See? The crowd. They laugh. They shine with innocence. But it is a lie. Every one of you is vicious. Cruel. You kill my mate. Steal my cubs. I roar. Break my cage. And then you die. You all die.
Oh, we don't really want that, do we? Is there anything exciting going on with the cage?
While the cage is sturdy, the lock is old. It could be jammed shut, so not even a key could open it.
That seems like a good idea. That's a bad kitty. Oh, it's not happy. What about you, friend? Crimson.
Hunger. My stomach screams. Press your flesh through bars. And add blood. Meat.
That's not a healthy attitude. Here's something else you can eat, though. We've got plenty of meat. Wonderful. I guess Crimson is happy now?
Meat. Meat.
Yeah, Crimson seems happy. Karen?
Don't get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
Very well. And now we come to the main event, as it were. Dribbles the clown and his bitey buddy.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Can we not find a more pleasant amusement? Gouging out our own eyeballs, perhaps?
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight?
Did they beat the stuffing out of him?
He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way!
Yeah.
Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first,
I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
I think he's looking at you, Karlach. Go on.
Hang on now, soldier. I'm not paying for your sins.
Oh, my heart! The enthusiasm is so much! Now, up, double sharp, or poor Buddy will think you don't like him. Right there! Oh, perfect!
Go on, Karlach.
This had better be violent, sexy, or both.
Now, you're very special. As special as can be. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend. Because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
Wait, what? That ain't right.
That's the spot of the show. Praise the Absolute.
I'm pretty sure this isn't part of the show. Now, Karen, the animal tamer, appears to be in the fight. Ryland, the dude, appears to be in the fight. And then we've got Dribbles and Bitey Buddy. So, what are we going to do, Karlach? We could upcast some Cool Lightning and ruin their day. That sent them both flying as well, so we could also skip away a bit. Now, as for Lae'zel, the animal tamer might try and release some animals if we're not careful. Fortunately, that one's locked up. But we still want to bash the bugger in case they try and let out old Crimson over there. We can do Bitey Buddy. You can blink. Motherfucker. Shield blow.
I always knew I'd die at a circus.
Yeah, it's plausible, isn't it? So what do you want to do, Gale? Ryland hasn't moved yet. That bugbear is going to join the fight on our side, perhaps. Well, can join the fight as a neutral party. We got spells for days. 7 to 70 damage with a necrotic touch. Dribbles has outstanding stats for some reason. And clown face paint, so they can't be hideously laughed to death. Morphic ambush. That's what those doppelgangers had. So that's not great. What do level 5 do there? 8 to 48. I feel like we've just got better spells, haven't we? Flame Strike? That's more of an AoE thing. Plane of Binding. Haven't really got many damaging spells at higher levels. Could always banish Dribbles while we deal with everyone else. But then 8% chance of success. That's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, get out of here, Dribs. Here comes Fyodor. Ryland is going to do what? Just attack an innocent civilian. What did Quinton do to deserve that? Toll the Dead. Why not? Big damage. Maybe bite Ryland? We should have bit Ryland first. To be honest. Although, that hasn't made us happy. Is Ryland also... Yeah, some sort of doppelganger. Okay. Now, Karlach. You've had your concentration broken. Because of course you have. But there's some good damage against the old bitey buddy. That's that bugger down. And they were indeed a doppelganger also. As is pretty much to be expected at this point.
Make way.
That's that bugger pruned again. Now Gale. Maybe we do try a necrotic touch. 23. I'll take it. That's a decent roll.
Here comes the punchline.
Oh, Dribbles is back in action. Nice. And then maybe we just toll the dead on old Dribs. Yeah. It's got reasonable saves against most things though, so that might not work all the time. Oh, I only did it against him because I forgot the bitey buddy was still in the fight. Oh well. So it might take an extra hit. Although, perhaps not, because Lae'zel has dealt with that threat. But still, it was amateurish of me. Now, if we were a guiding bolt, Fyodor's gonna get the attack with advantage rather than any of our crew. Also, it seems as though we can't do much from down here with regards to bolts. There we go. 26 damage, that's cool. Doesn't matter if Fyodor gets the bonus. Okay, Dribbles didn't really do much of anything there. Dribbles is now Fum. The other two are just doppelganger. Wonderful.
Another shifter. Glad we didn't kill the real Dribbles, I think.
Everyone seems to be alive. That's good going. So we've got the clown hammer. A war hammer that can inflict people with fits of laughter. We've got some face painting kit again. And then we've got word from the tribunal. Okay, so some sort of tribunal. And Fum was trying to get a place among his favoured. Anything else back here that we need to know about? I mean, there's a rusty hand axe, I guess. That was used to slice up Dribbles, perhaps. And I guess that torso and hand that we've picked up are Dribbles. Now Lucretius wants to chat, I think. Probably wants to know what's happened in a circus.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude.
You just lost the star of your show. Aren't you bothered?
When you run a plain-hopping circus of ragtags and ruffians, few things faze you. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every colour and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say?
I've actually found Dribbles, or parts of him at least.
Oh, getting hacked up like that must have been unpleasant. Poor dear. If you bring whatever you find to me, I'll take it from there. I'm a necromancer after all, and I do so love a challenge.
We'll say that we're going to look for Dribbles, but I doubt we will.
That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
So that's the circus pretty much explored for now, I feel. The reason I'm probably not going to look for Dribbles on Gale is because I feel like this playthrough is already one of the longer ones. I feel my Dark Urge playthrough is going to get to this stage of the game in far fewer episodes. And therefore, they could have a challenge of roaming around and trying to put together a clan. We'll go do some other stuff instead, I think. So we've kind of explored all of Rivington, I feel. Yeah, we're not sure where Arthur went, but we're doing alright. No, there was a checkpoint here, wasn't there? Yeah.
Great headline.
With a steel watcher in front of it. We could try and deal with that.
Fascinating.
Oh, Lens, hello.
Ah, are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today?
Yeah, we could do that, but who are you?
I'm Lens, roving reporter for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor sent me to cover the drama out here at the gate. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic Steel Watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not.
And what do you think's the truth?
That the refugees here are desperate, hungry, scared people. They're no mob. They just want to be safe. I've heard the rumours. Absolutists marching from Moonrise Towers. Whole towns felled by strange curses. It's no wonder they ran. Of course, I can't write any of that. My editor only releases stories his friend Lord Gortash approves of, and he's very selective.
Oh, that's pretty appalling. So people in the city have got no idea what's going on?
Oh, they know some of it. Most would rather bury their heads in the sand anyway. Saves them the bother of feeling responsible. I'll try and get the truth across. Who knows? Maybe a line or two will meet Mr. Needle's approval. I won't be holding my breath.
We'd be safe in the gate.
Mr. Needle.
I heard the stories.
The editor. Maybe we should go and have a word with him at some point. But I feel like Gortash's Steel Watch aren't going to want me waltzing into the city. So taking the path less travelled might be a better option for us. And there's even a chest over here. Nice. So if we come up here, I think we can jump across there perhaps? No. I'm sure there's a way up. Maybe it's just climbing up here. There we go. Worm's Crossing. We have found our way past the checkpoint without any trouble. Now, a Manip offering us coin.
Hear me out. Bloody gnomes. Think they can get away with anything. Neelikers threw explosives at the Steel Watch. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well.
I mean, that all sounds pretty offensive. It kind of also sounds like a job for the Flaming Fist.
I agree. But we can't leave our posts. Not with all the patriarchs meeting in Worm's Rock for the coronation. You've the right look. Solid bones. Steady face. The kind that cleans up vermin for pay.
Have you actually looked at my face? I mean, bringing your head sounds a bit radical.
You'll change your mind once they kill innocent citizens. The only language they'll understand is that of intimidating violence.
I mean, I'll take the job. Again, it's something we might not do, but we can take the job.
Good. Sniff 'em out. gut 'em clean. Keep Baldur's Gate safe. Bring the head back here when it's done. I'll be around.
Okay. Karlach didn't approve of that. Which means it's probably not a good idea to do it. But we've got it. And we have already found the gnome's hideout, so I guess that is the cave down there that we found. Although before we get to it, I have just recalled that there is a building here that we've not really explored. A smithy. And a smith.
If you're a customer, go down to the shop. Otherwise, clear off.
So, why are you harbouring Iron Hand gnomes in your cellar?
Been poking around downstairs, have you? Well, I've got nothing to hide. Those gnomes are victims. They've spent years in exile, no forge to call their own, all because of some ancient bloody grudge. The Gondians think they're the only ones fit to swing a hammer round here. They're wrong. One day they'll learn that the hard way. Until that happens, I'll give those Iron Hands a roof over their heads. Nothing wrong with it. Now clear off. You want anything else? Go to the shop. I've got work to do.
Alright then. So that ladder that we found in the gnome's base actually leads us up to this place. There we go. There's the hatch. There's a book about the Iron Hand gnomes and their grievances. I feel like Wulbren has got lots of grievances. A lesson from the fulfilled heart. So it looks like he's been trying to get himself a date and failing. And he's also got a journal over here. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Not a lot of merit. But yeah, we'll pop into the shop as well. See what Shopkeep has to offer.
Hi! Welcome to the Rivington General. Browse carefully. The weapons are sharp. Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh?
So you're the one that sells the smith's weapons.
Yep, that's me.
He's a grumpy fella, isn't he?
On the outside. But he's a softy at heart. Like molten steel. Also, he's a living legend. Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? And he says that if I move enough stock, I might even get to have a go on the anvil.
Ooh. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can help boost your sales figures. What you got?
Oh, yay!
She seems fun. Ambusher. Gain a bonus to initiative. Advantage on perception. The Dancing Breeze. It's the only finesse glaive in the game. The only two-handed finesse weapon in the game, unless you count versatile weapons. Kind of cool. If you need a finesse weapon for any reason, for your sneak attacks or whatnot. The Bone Spike Garb. We saw the boots previously. The garb gains you hit points when you rage. Reduces damage. And deals damage to people that melee you. Then all sorts of armour. Plate armour +1. 19 armour class. That's impressive. Doesn't do anything else, but it's got impressive stats. In the Elven Chain, let's see. Bonus to initiative. And advantage on dex throws. You're considered proficient with this armour whilst wearing it. So you could have a character that can only wear cloth. But you could put them in Elven Chain instead. And then we've got Swire's Sledboard. The shield surrounds the wearer with Force Conduit at the start of its turn in combat. Damage is reduced. And if the entity takes damage whilst it has 5 or more turns remaining, deals damage in a radius. That's interesting. You got some good stuff. but nothing I really want, so I'm just going to sell you a few bits and bats if I can.
Want more? Want less? Wanna sell? Wanna buy? You know where I am. Bye!
Bye! Okay. Now, let's go down and see if we can speak to the gnomes. I don't know if it will give us any option other than let's murk the gnomes. But if it gives us the opportunity to warn them that the Fist are looking for them, then that's what I'm hoping to do.
Stop fussing! One of those Gondian scrap heaps waylaid us at the gates is all.
That smell. You used the sun flash grenade?
Worked a treat. Watcher lost track of us right away. We'd have been stomped to pace without the grenade.
So they have been chucking grenades about. Oh, there's a room powder bomb there.
So, are you with me? Ready to take down the Steel Watch?
Not just yet. The Fist want you dead. I offered to help.
There's a line where bravery becomes stupidity. You just crossed it.
Okay, I was actually then gonna say, but don't worry, I'm not gonna do that. But I guess we've moved past this now. Sorry, Wulbren. I didn't mean to actually start a fight. And it's been forever since I last saved. So, yeah.
Down the hatch.
Creator, destroyer.
There we go. We've dealt with the gnomes.
We have to get out of here before they find us!
Now, Barkus? I don't want to hurt you, Barkus. When did I last save? It was after speaking to Dribbles. I can't go back that far.
Swift and lethal.
Sorry, Barkus. You know how it is. Sometimes. It didn't have to be this way. It's my own fault for not making my intentions to Wulbren clear. Now all these gnomes that we've so carefully been saving throughout the game. It's all fallen apart. Karlach, I know you're not approving of any of this, but if you want to just keep wrecking people, that would be great. Can't quite see anywhere there to throw some lightning about. What about a shatter? I guess you can't see anywhere over there, really? Okay. There we go.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Yes. Tempest. There goes Loretta. Who are you, Bumpnagel? I don't even know who you are. Get charmed. Astarion. Can you jump over Karlach? Yes. Okay, that didn't do a lot. They might have advantage against wisdom saves or something like that. Gnomes often do. I should have considered that. Intelligence, wisdom and charisma, but not dex, so we could throw sacred flames at them. We can also just smack this guy about. That worked pretty well. Now the fuckers are throwing bombs at us. I mean, I deserve this. I asked for this. But nonetheless. And fog clouds. Right, Karlach is no longer blinded. Does she want to throw out a thunder wave? That would only hit one. There we go. Not a lot you can do from that side of the fog cloud, I guess. Oh no. You can do that. That sounded pretty effective. And then Astarion can come in and do his thing. But yeah, Toll the Dead, not great. And he hasn't got any other necromancy cantrips that might be worthwhile. I guess he's going to have to cast an actual spell. Or Sacred Flame. Thilla's level 1. Lae'zel can come in and bash up this one a bit. Are you guys going to throw more bombs at me, or is it just stones? Weapon drops? How dare you?
Death, you will not take me.
More fog cloud. So be it. No, we can't quite reach that bugger, so Nimble can not take a hit. Gale can scuttle out a bit. And what can he do? Nice. Now, Astarion, can you get in and do a touch of death? You can try, okay. Now, I feel like we shouldn't be able to get disarmed with this mace. But there we go. It happened. Okay. Push us back in the cloud where we're harder to hit.
Death, you will not take me.
Now, what have we just done there? That's Psionic Dominance. I'm not even sure what that ability is. And we can't check. I just clicked it because it was a reaction. Touch of Death takes down another. Karlach could probably just beat Nimble up quite easily. Mostly. Decent damage. Let's go stand over here. Didn't mean to pick up the basket, but that's fine. Gale. Yeah, Nichols is still alive over there. Still going strong. And then, yeah, combat prediction lied to us because it didn't account for the fact that we were moving into the fog cloud. So we can't do anything on Gale this turn. I guess we'll just walk in and bash Nichols about instead. Another fog cloud is probably fine. Especially because we can just smack you and potentially get rid of it. Nope, you saved. Okay. Is Gale in it? Looks like he might not be. It's not really worth using spells, I don't think. Because he's only got high level ones left. Let's have a go. Let's have a go at pinging them with Toll the Dead again. It failed again. I should have known. Definitely running out of opponents now. Yeah, get knocked on your ass. Lae'zel's not gonna die like this. Stop being dramatic, Gale. There goes another. And then I guess we can use this healing amulet just to get Lae'zel back on her feet. And cantrip. Wonderful. Well, not wonderful. Not even slightly wonderful. We've just murked a basement full of gnomes. Including our good friend Barkus. He's got a lot of inventory. It's ours now. Wulbren. Wulbren's head. Oh yeah, we need that. Has encumbered us. Wulbren's hammer. Doesn't it?
Sunset can't come quickly enough.
Just particularly impressive. And now we're kind of encumbered. Barkus's log can be dropped. We don't need that. And we're no longer encumbered. Good. Picked up a bunch more dyes again. White and scarlet. It's pretty cool. Now, there is a lever. Maybe if I'd clicked that earlier, I could have gone out of this hatch. Yeah, I suppose we'll go and report our dark deeds to the Manip.
You got the gnome leader's head?
Yeah, here it is.
Damn. He's got the eyes of a rodent. And the smell to match. You did the gate proud. Almost forgot. Here's your coins. Now, keep your nose clean and your tongue still. Would hate to see you meet the same fate.
Is he threatening me? At least we got 800 gold and an inspiration. I'll take it. But I do feel kind of ashamed of our actions there. Still, at least we're now at the south span of Worm's Crossing.
Hear me out.
We've got all sorts of exploring to do around here. And we're going to do it next time. So until then, thanks for watching, friends.
Stay